I don't know, like, I feel like kind of with this light, I feel like everything is given off more like a fast motion and not like very stiff. But we're not here to talk about stiff or motion and all, but we are here to talk about a motion picture. This is the 2001 version of 13 Ghosts. A remake of William Castle's 1960 film. Oh my gosh, I need to start being consistent with my hair. That'll do for now, I guess. I don't know. This came out in 2001. Had a... Wait, what was its box office? I know it got a lot of mixed reviews. Not too good. This only made 68 million against a $42 million budget. Now, what do I think about 13 Ghosts? That's really what I think of it. It's an movie. All right. We'll start with the good stuff first. Okay, so obviously, like, right off the gate, Matthew Lillard's performance is just fantastic. This film was by the time this 13 Ghosts was released in 2001, the live-action Scooby-Doo was in post-production, and you can definitely see, this is definitely a great teaser for what Matthew Lillard was able to do with Shaggy. Like, you can definitely kind of tell there's like a bit of Shaggy in him, like, cause wasn't this like filmed before? I think this was filmed before Scooby-Doo. So, yeah, it's just a great teaser for his Shaggy performance. But his performance in here is also really good. It's like he does a great job with kind of like the more terrified moments, like whenever he's seeing the visions. And, like, some of his remarks, like, he's just like, oh, no. Those are just some great moments that Lillard pulled off. The production design was also really good. Like, they definitely spent a lot of the money on this, like, very fantastic-looking glass machine. Like, it just looks so great. With like the whole spinning rotations, the doors sliding, and the ghosts themselves, they have some really good prosthetics and makeup, like the Juggernaut, this ghost right here. Some of them, I'll admit, have some questionable designs, or some that I'm not as into, but ghosts were handled really well. Score was also really good. Some of the kills were really good, like with the lawyer one that just slide down. That was just so great. But yeah, everything else about the movie I just wasn't into. A lot of the actors in here are just making their performances look half-assed. Even the great F. Murray Abraham, who I love, is just, I don't know, I feel like he wasn't as into this as like other projects he was in. Like, so far all I've seen from F. Murray Abraham, aside from this, was the Grand Budapest Hotel. He was fantastic in that. Haven't seen Amadeus, but so far from what I've seen, I just feel like in this one he's not really into it. Like, he was just cashing the checks. Everyone else was like kind of annoying, one note. The story is just a mess. Like, why would you, like, it's all just like characters going from room to room to room to room, splitting up like this is some Scooby-Doo story, which, I mean, Ryan Halling, I forgot how to pronounce the last name, but he made this great connection with like this film, 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, and then connected it all to Matthew Lillard. So, there's that. But I just like, and the exposition scenes in this are just very forced and just like, okay, something happened, boom, exposition. Take for instance Spider-Verse. Like, there were some exposition scenes in both Into and Across, but they made them very interesting because there are other things going on too. Like in the first film, Peter and Miles are having this conversation while like walking up the building. They're presenting these exposition scenes in very interesting ways. In 13 Ghosts, they're just, alright, let's look at a book. Okay, you see this, blah 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 blah. That's not how you make a good that's not how you do an exposition scene. And it's just lazy. Like, it's lazy writing. And like, and I also just like, okay, and this movie's like the movie itself has a fucking seizure and too many flashes. Like, this film just puts style over substance rather than substance over style. I mean, it does look great. I'm like, I love the look of the house and everything, but I mean, if you're going to like showcase a really great house, then just do a drawing of a house. But I also want to see some very interesting, well-developed characters inside of that machine or house. But 13 Ghosts just didn't do that. So yeah, half of this movie I like, half of this movie I don't like. It's just a movie I'm incredibly split on. Like, there is certainly some great stuff in here, but there's also some not great stuff, and I wish we could have gotten more great stuff that would have made this, like, a little less boring. But for what it's worth, at least it set out what it was supposed to do. Just be a remake of William Castle's 1960 film, and just be a very 2000s film. And that's all I can say about that.